When you go to a retail store, you probably see products that have a barcode on it. Now, what if I were to tell you that a toy company saw the barcode as an opportunity to make it into a handheld video game console? Let me explain. Launched in Japan by the company Epic in 1991, the premise of the Barcode Battler was straightforward. You use barcodes to generate stats for RPG-style battles, with a random number generator deciding who is the victor of each battle. The first iteration of the Barcode Battler device shipped with 21 character cards that were supposed to represent a range of fantasy-style wizards and warriors, but you could also use barcodes clipped from everyday products. Epic encourages players to go beyond the barcodes provided with the game itself and to experiment to find their own barcode monsters and power-ups from everyday items like food and cleaning products. In fact, in Japan, there were reports that the Barcode Battler caused certain food products to sell out when kids became aware that the barcode was very powerful. Sound familiar? Back in the early 2000s, the electric toy Scanners, which is a series of electronic toys made by Radica Games that use barcode technology to create an interactive battle game. Anyhow, Barcode Battler was getting so popular in Japan that a manga was produced to promote the device called Barcode Fighter by Toshihiro Ono. 5 volumes were produced between April 1992 and June of 1994. Anyways, this wasn't Epic's first time entering into the console market. In fact, Epic released the cassette version, which dominated the Japanese console market in the early 80s, until the Nintendo Famicom arrived in 1983 and steamrolled the other consoles. So how does this device work? By sliding the barcodes for the Barcode Battler's optical reader, you can either generate a series of stats for a character or boost your chances of success using special items. You can choose to play against a computer or a friend, but ultimately, the experience is largely the same. There are no graphics to be displayed on the Barcode Battler's LCD screen, just numbers, so your imagination has to do the majority of the work to make this game console enjoyable. Each wizard and warrior card features joyful, colorful artwork and surprisingly in-detail biography on the back. There's also the scope to make up new characters for the everyday barcodes you procure from commercial products. Blank cards are included for this purpose. However, there's 3 major flaws with this handheld. It's very repetitive, barcode reader not responding. This means you haven't swiped the barcode at precisely the right speed for the unit scanner to detect it, or the barcode has a scratch or something blocking it, making it more difficult to read. And lastly, the handheld console is not all that engaging when you consider that there's no storyline to complete or challenges to take part in. The device was hyped up and sold in shops alongside the Game Boy, the Game Gear, and the Atari Lynx. In Japan, the marketing of Barcode Battler was more successful, and this was due in no small part in the fact that Epic, maker of Doraemon and Salvinian families, was able to secure some lucrative cross-promotional deals with the likes of Falcom, Capcom, and Nintendo to give the product some additional appeal. Epic's deal with Nintendo is perhaps the most famous of these agreements, and it saw special packs of Barcode Battler cards sold with Super Mario and Zelda themes. Then there was the ability to connect your Barcode Battler to an updated model released around 1982, which included an output port. This is the model we got in the West, minus the 2 in the name. The Barcode Battler 2 looked identical as the predecessor, except the case was black. There was also a special edition yellow Barcode Battler that was given away as prizes. There's probably less than 3,000 of these handhelds available, making them very rare to find. Anyway, the second Barcode Battler version made a lot of improvements. Players can scan 2 characters to fight in the main story mode. Barcode Battler 2 also included a port that let you connect the machine to a Nintendo Famicom or Super Famicom. This is something Nintendo would replicate later on with its e-reader accessory. Another similar example you could use is the Toys to Life craze in the 2010s that involves scanning figures such as Skylanders or Amiibos to unlock content in video games. Epic released its own video game, Barcode World from Sunsoft, where for the first time you could see graphical representation of characters you scanned in, as well as Barcode Battler Senki Super Senshi Shatsugeki Seiyo, while other games such as The Amazing Spider-Man, Lethal Foes, Dragon Slayer 2, and J-League 95 include optional support for Barcode Battler connectivity. In Japan, compatible games were still being released as of late 1995, the year after the arrival of the PS1 and the Saturn in the territory. So why did Barcode Battler not do so well in the West? Well, there's a few reasons. For example, during the UK 1993 Autumn-Winter Argos catalog, the Barcode Battler was priced at €33 whereas the Nintendo Game Boy was priced at €39.99, which is 7 more euros than the Barcode Battler, and it had a larger library of games. For a child, the Game Boy looked more appealing. Gamers in the West also didn't get any additional content found in Japan, like the Zelda and Mario themed cards. And you could also make the argument that the Japanese cards look a lot better compared to the Western remakes. The Barcode Battler may not have been successful outside of Japan, but it tried to make an impact on the West, despite being probably one of the most bizarre game machines ever created. If you made it to the end, see you next time and thanks for watching.